Hello, this is Everything Entertainment, and this is my that time I got reincarnated as a slime season 4, episode 5 summary and thoughts. And the first half of the episode wasn't that good. It was fine. The second half where the meat and potatoes are at. To start off, we get a good reminder that the removed domain is pretty big as the West as a whole. Like Kelton, the entire Georgia Tempest Federation is as big as the West. So it's good that if they get this into, if Remo get into the council, they'll get some sort of equal footing in it. So objective is to get into the council with uh easy success, which well it will be to some level, but that's getting ahead of myself. We get also the outfit episode where they get the casual wear, which I really did like. A lot of them. Shuna look cute, Benny model, and so he looked handsome, obviously, and Vimo got the child like clothing, his cute clothing, which I like that they got animated. I think they look better in the manga, but I like that it got animated and in the light novel. The anime is the weakest one so far, but nonetheless, and I like the funny moments when they were going shopping where I can't remember if this was in the light novel or manga. We get a funny comment from Benny Mo, like, "Oh, I could cause as much problems as I want, depending on the problem and the success of merit I gain." And we will like say that again. He was like, "Never mind." That was funny. That was funny. Anime only scene, and we get the we will make someone else pick up your clothes situation. That was funny too. That we would just ended up in the kid's clothes because he was too lazy to pick out his own. Well, not lazy, but like made it someone else's problem. That you reap what you sow, remove. But yeah, he still looked good in those clothing. So yeah, the first 1/4 of the episode, the shopping, was a good, funny, fun moment before we get serious. But we do get serious throughout the episode for the majority. Now we covered 1/3 of the meeting. I mean, this is like the episode technically have 4 meanings. This is the second important, and the other two are like combined by one. So you have 3 meanings in this one episode, and this is the second most important. Yeah, this is them discussing pretty much the upcoming arc of the Eastern Empire, which I'm pretty excited for because that's my favorite arc in Tensor as of right now, and I really am excited for the next arc because it have the peak moments, but I'm getting ahead of myself. As of now, the East are planning something and Remu is taking it lightly. But everybody else is saying no, no, we should take this seriously, which they are, which is good to see. And when they talk about guns and what assassinated the council member from this season, because last season I actually thought in the anime he's gonna survive, but now he pretty much skipped it for now. And then have him being killed this season. Which there's not much to talk about this meeting because it pretty much summarized the council is planning to screw you over, remove, and Remo not gonna let that happen. Even though he's not gonna let it happen, it's clear that the councils are trying to take advantage of him, and that's not gonna slide with them. And to be careful because this meeting is important because this is important for both monsters and humans. For Remo, this is for his monster and human coexistence, so if he declines, that's a problem, and if he accepts, it could also be a problem, depending on how they want him to follow the quote unquote council rules. So this meeting is pretty much preparing himself for the real meeting, like a prep meeting for the real meeting. And before I go, I just want to say I really do like the clothes they wore in this episode. Just shout out one more time. They were good, they were adorable, and I really liked them. So yeah, those clothes just great. There's not much to say about the meeting. The meeting is preparing for the main meeting. Sorry for dragging on. I just want to be clear since the first half of the episode is really nothing. The second half is where everything is starting to move. And the last 1/4 is the meat and potatoes of this episode. And then the next episode, episode 6, is when all the action will take place, both literally and figuratively. But we'll get there when we get there. Now we get the Maribel scene and her just being overconfident in her plan, which Gotta give her some level of credit. Her planning is way better than Yuki's any day of the week. Because if they succeed in getting the council, they pretty much manipulate removal. If they fail and they remove the kind of coexistence, they have every reason to attack them. And whether they it goes as planned or not, they still have the many trap cards they set up in future battles. Which spoilers, they will need them since they're hinting at future battles. So yeah, give it up for Mirabelle for playing with her cards and actually being smart, unlike Yuki, because Mirabelle was only feeling it because she's like what 10 years old, like a child trying to take over the world. Like legit, if she was Yuki in Yuki position, she would have actually beaten Remo a long time ago. Like seriously, she could have beaten Remo back in season one. That's how much I respect this character. But honestly, she's just too overconfident, which she have the right to be. But I respect her character, but she's not beating Remo because 10 years old. Does he have a ultimate skill? Yeah, she's gonna lose. Anyway, one more mention about the clothes. Beautiful clothes, honestly. Like Shuno looks amazing, Shoei look amazing, Benamar looks amazing, Remo looks amazing. Like I'm highlighting the clothes because this is like the most outfit change we get out of the characters. Like we get Remo changing the outfits, and then we get the specials, like that one OVA with Benny and Mo in the desert change with their change of clothes. It's just I like when they change clothes. It's a nice touch that they're not always wearing the same clothes. And also, we get some council member meeting interactions. And honestly, I already knew this. The small nations was polite, and the big nations were arrogant. And honestly, it was pretty funny seeing this. Only because like Ben and Mo trying not to rip their head off, and Remo is agreeing, but Shoei and Shuna was like, "Oh no, Remo was not like that." And then Remo leaving Ben and Mo high and dry was just peak comedy. It was funny, which also hint that the council is BS because if the smaller nations are in there but doesn't have a word, and the bigger nations are there and have a word, it's like they're not equal. They're equal on the surface, which go to show you this council really ain't as good to be in as we thought. And honestly, it's probably better not to be in the council, but since the council is very important, nonetheless, people have to be here because they get like actual benefits like protections from monsters and some level of authority. So yeah, those interactions with the Novaman was good because they highlighted how the council is not as equal, but Remu could and will change that as the story goes on, with him taking power of the council really easily. But that's for future. The funny part about the meeting is before the meeting, like I talked about the Novaman and how they would like be arrogant and above the smaller nations. They're also trying to take advantage of Remu and try to have him pretty much verbally agree to have railroads and stuff like that in the nation, like give us weapons and first dibs. It was kind of crazy for them to talk like that. Like he is a demon lord, and the fact that he was talking like that was crazy. Like I can't emphasize how much you just walk up to someone who is creating great technologically advanced stuff, new creations, even weapons that they know about, and have Veldor and then walk in front of him like, oh yeah, we want that like easily, and they continue this in the meeting room, like no hesitation. Our nation should get first dibs of the new stuff you create. You should have all the stuff that you have. Like I insist that we get the share profits from your nations. That's like crazy for them to say. Like I can't emphasize this enough that they are really like, oh my god, I all just like I knew that was coming, but in the meeting they just shouting, "Hey, we want that, we got this." Like, oh my god, it's crazy. I know I've been repeating myself for a hot minute now, but I can't, I can't, I can't. Oh, I'm starting. Give me a minute. Like, okay, I'm ready. Like, this meeting, like we knew that they were pretty much trying to use removal. It's not shocked that about that. This whole meeting was set up just to be disrespectful to removal on some level, like to take advantage of removal. So I'm not shocked. But yeah, this to come out and say, "Oh, we want this, we want that." It's just crazy to say that. Now it's time to talk about the three things the council wants. Now, the first one we have to talk about what the council wants from removal, like to be officially a part of the council. Is the first one is complacency within international law, which is basically following the rules of the council, which removal agrees. If you're gonna join a club, you have to follow the rules of that club. In this case, if you want to join the council, you have to follow the rules of the council, which removal understands. The second one is more challenging, and that is the supplies at the open market. Like they want first dibs on this stuff. Like they want to research it and basically steal it, which is a problem since that world doesn't have a pattern. But at the same time, it should be some level fine since a lot of stuff in Tempest cannot be easily copied. Which even though if I remove, I would be more hesitant. Like he is hesitant. Like he's not stupid enough to be like, "Oh yeah, sure, go ahead," because you never know who will take this stuff. If he could do it, then someone else could do it. Since overpowered character meets overpowered character. But the third and most important one is the military. Now, this one is the biggest problem for Remo since Tempest is his family. Yes, they're strong. Yes, they're capable. And yes, some of them, like Rodor and Diablo, are technically immortal, but he still better not just throw them at any nation. At least that's how I feel. But like this is Tempest's biggest advantage since their nation is powerful, literally like I think they have the strongest nation, like besides the Eastern Empire as of right now. It's I'm not a power scale, so I'm not about to scale their power right now. Or pretty much one of the strongest group, like top five easily right now. So the council want to use the military for their own benefit makes sense. And this is also an advantage for removal since if you want Tempest health, you have to pretty much pay for them. And if Tempest take over the council, that pretty much separates all conflicts since not only do you have to pay for Tempest, but also you have to have a fear of Tempest attacking you. As long as Tempest are not assigned to be a hit squad, which removal will never allow that. This is actually the biggest advantage for removal right now. The third one, which is his advantage. Like what I'm trying to basically simplify it in this way is the military, which is the hardest one, is also the best one for removal. Like that one, the hardest one to accept, but like it's in this situation his biggest advantage. Since if you want protection, you have to pay up, and if you don't have it, you could get hurt. They're not a hit squad; they're more or less a protection squad. Especially in this case, they're gonna be fighting against the Eastern Empire, which they will need Tempest and Veldor for that. Yeah, those are the three conditions for Mimu to join the council. And even though he agrees with one of them, 1%, and the second one about 50%, and the third and the last one about 20 to 20 to 80 in agreement to disagreement, he ultimately decides to change it. Like he basically got the three complaints, like the three requests, and rewritten them in a way that for his advantage, which they give it back to council to discuss. That's to highlight the fact that he didn't get any time to think about it. They pretty much said, "Here, we want this," and they didn't even give him 5 minutes. They pretty much said disagree, and that's it. But he pretty much takes Raphael in like what 20 to a minute. Pretty much rewritten the whole thing to his benefit, and they took 3 hours to come back with a different sheet of paper with their own with their own like benefits, but we find out later that did not work. This did end up pissing him off. Clearly, whatever was written on that paper, which I do know it was, but whatever it was, but written on that paper pissed off Remo so much that he did the highest kick ever in my life. Like that gotta be his slime body. I know for a fact Remo was not moving like that in his last life. But jokes aside, yeah, Rimu is pissed and he not a called it like don't do anything rash, which she emphasized that a lot just for him to end up doing something completely stupid. So let's find out what happens in the next episode. Because honestly, his rage is justified. I'd have been he held up better than me because honestly I would have been quite pissed at the way they was handling uh the first time, like the three demands. I would have we moved better than me for just smashing the table. But that's all I'm gonna say because he is upset. He pretty much think he messed up. He did mess up for now, but hey, he have next episode to fix that. And that will leave the episode on with him pretty much upset at the council and pretty much pissed with the meanest looking face. Like he was even this upset, like with claiming, like he didn't even make this face claiming. So whatever they wrote is crazy, and I hope it's similar but also different from the manga and light novel. Like I wouldn't make it even wilder that makes him do the highest kick ever, and make him pose like he's a demon king. But anyway, yeah, this episode is a solid 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Like anything below a 3 is a bad episode. And just saying that now because because the first half of the episode was just fun. And the second half was serious. It feels off. I think the partners already knew what was coming. So since I knew it was coming, I'm just waiting for everything to break out because I know everything that's gonna happen in the future and it just it's just I'm just being impatient. It's not a bad episode. Like this episode is pretty good. Like it's a fun episode. And I just think the manga and light novel did it better. I'm actually excited for the next episode. But yeah, I believe everything in the episode will just be better since I don't hate meetings intentional. I just hate meeting that doesn't have any purpose. Like this meeting, I know we were gonna win. We all know we were gonna win. We can't fight them people losing this. So we're just waiting for which is basically for Remove to succeed, and then everything happened after this. Because we just, in my opinion, this is just a footnote. Like season one was a fun time. Season two was serious and needed planning. Season three was serious and then fun, and season four is a setup to the serious once again. So this was a good episode. I'm not trying to sound negative or anything. This episode was just good. Nothing bad, just good. I'm just waiting for the next one, which will be better. But anyway, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day. Thank you very much.